Hi, good morning. We are here. Hi, who's here? If you're here, can't see, but welcome. Mavi is just starting off with us for a moment because this is really, hey, Mavs, come sit. This is really how we do morning practice around here, which is just getting centered, and getting settled. So make sure you have Santa the dog is here. Um, make sure you just have a space to be. But if your people are around, welcome your people in. Yeah, this is a practice for us all. So I'd like to start actually with a poem, and it's a poem that I found yesterday. Yeah, yes, you can. Yeah. Okay. And he's up. It's a poem from Pablo Neruda, who is one of all of our favorites and beloved poets. And it was shared by a collective of women in Zurich called Birdhouse Official. And what they're doing is a lot like what we're doing at my tree in Lugano, which is offering a space for women. This is a co-working space. Anyway, just want to give a shout out to Birdhouse Official. So I'm going to share this with you, and I invite you to just either sit comfortably or lie down and just take it as a moment to settle into the presence and energy of this day and check in with yourself. So you can let your eyes close if that's an easier way for you to receive. And you can put your hands maybe on your heart or wherever you feel like you're ready to take in and receive these words. And again, it's from Pablo Neruda. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade, doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So that's Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda, shared on the Instagram page of Birdhouse Official. So, good morning. Our practice together this morning is about keeping quiet. And we will be moving in a moment, but I thought I'd love to really just bring you through what is my morning practice, which shifts and changes sometimes daily, but has some structure, which is usually to begin in some quiet. So you can just stay where you are and take a moment just to check in with yourself, to notice what is the energy that you're bringing to this day. And to notice how your body is feeling, the quality of your breath, and the quality of your thoughts and your heart. And so just to arrive and make space and welcome whatever is here. And then as you're ready to really welcome yourself, you can just stretch your arms and take a big, long extension. Reach your palms up. You can interlace your fingers if you like. Just feel your seat ground down. And then just release it. Got my dog here. If you've got some animals or some people with you, you can also give them some love. I'm going to just sit back a little bit so that maybe actually I'll sit up. There we go. On my little zafu. There we go. So we'll start with just a little bit of a breath practice. And you can start with just some nice clearing and cleansing breaths, moving in through your nose and out your mouth. Yeah, like that. Just a couple more and really let the sound out. So let yourself release fully. As you're exhaling, maybe feel that the space below your navel is activating. And so there's this gentle drawing back of the belly that's helping to release the breath up and out. And then go ahead and just bring your hands onto your thighs. And we'll just start with a few breaths of ujjayi. And I'm guessing you all know what ujjayi is, but if you don't, you're going to breathe with a little bit of constriction in your throat. So when you exhale, it will be that same sound, but your mouth is closed. Also, when you inhale, so you're breathing in and out the nose with a little bit of sound. You'll breathe in through the nostrils and down to your base. And you'll exhale from your base and out your nostrils. So we'll take 3 rounds, do it on your own time. Good. Inhale. As you inhale, feel the breath moving all the way down. You can press gently through your feet, through your shins. And then as you exhale, you might feel a gentle lift of the pelvic floor, rising up and out. Not so much a squeeze, just like an elevator going up. And then on your last time, really let yourself fill fully with breath. And then as you exhale, just let that breath ride up and out. You might even imagine it going out the crown of your head. So we'll keep with that same sense of awareness below the navel, and it might help to bring your hands just below your belly, and we'll play with a bit of breath of fire. For those of you, we have a nice small group, which is really wonderful. And for those of you that have practiced with me, you'll know how to work with breath of fire. For those of you that haven't, breath of fire is simply exhaling just below your navel with out your nose. An easy inhale. You're not forcing the inhale. I know there's at least one of you out there who is postpartum, and I would recommend here, my darling, that you continue with a strong ujjayi breath. But I think you're 8 weeks out, you said, or 4. I can't remember. Recommendation is to stay with a steady breath. Okay, and that goes for anyone else also who's menstruating or for some reason ate a ginormous breakfast already. Okay, so we'll do just half a minute. Okay, so you can take a full breath in through your nose and breathe out your mouth. And then breathe in halfway and begin. Let your next exhale out completely. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. At the end of your exhale, you can hold the breath out for a moment, lifting your pelvic floor, and then release. Let your eyes open if they're closed. Good. So you can take one more round of breath of fire. Make sure you're going on your own pace. Yeah, so you don't need to go as fast or as slow as I am, working with your own breath. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in halfway, and begin. Exhale the breath out completely. Breathe into your base. Breathe out completely. Hold the breath out. Gently tone in the pelvic floor. You can drop your chin and release your belly and release your breath. And so this can be a nice way of just sort of waking up your digestion, waking up body, and yeah, just kind of getting that a little bit of that rising energy going. Okay? So from here, let's go ahead and change. If you're sitting like me or however you're sitting, just change the crossing of your legs, yeah, so that you're just shifting it up. I didn't say this, but make sure you have something underneath your seat. Have a great little cushion, something to give yourself some support. And then we're just going to go ahead and start with some movement. So hands can be on your thighs, and you can just start to roll yourself around. And as always, you're moving with your breath. So just feeling the cushion or the pillow beneath you and trying to make a big full rotation around the pubic bone and the tailbone and the two sits bones. And then we'll change direction, and you can just let your whole spine get involved, your head, your neck. Nobody's watching you, so you can be as silly as you like with this. And then come back into the center. One more time, inhale, float your arms up, get nice and spacious. This time you're gonna hook your thumbs. You can't see my thumbs, but I'm gonna hook them and reach up nice and long. Feel the support coming from your base, pressing down. And then as you exhale, drop your hand to the earth and extend long over to one side. You can bend your elbow and pull it back and just take some nice opening circles for the shoulder. So we start just by waking up the joints and then come back into the center, grounding on the other side, and then finding space. For me, the morning practice, this first practice of the day, is really just about getting in. Yeah, going in, kind of seeing what's here today. Yeah. For me, honestly, this morning when I woke up, it was not sunshine. It was not roses inside. We're gonna move our cushions now, and I'm gonna have to get my mat back from Santo. So this practice is a lot about just elevating my own energy and yours too. Excuse me. Okay, Santo off. Good boy. All right, let's go ahead and come to lie down on your mat. Okay, come to lie down on your mat. Reach your arms out long, reach out through your toes. You can hook your thumbs the other way. And then as you exhale, pull your right knee into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze here. I hope this ankle's good. Give yourself a good squeeze. Holding on. And then you can make some big circles here. Going both ways. And then as you squeeze your leg into your chest, flex your other heel, root it down. Santo. This is this is full on real deal. I don't think I'll be sharing this video later. Interlace your hands behind your thigh and then extend the leg out. You can roll your ankle here. I'm rolling my ankle, you can't see it. And then as you exhale, just start to pull the leg in a little bit closer to you and inhale and take it away. If you have a strap, You can use your strap as well. But, now it's just about just kind of getting in, as I said. From here, keep your leg in closer to you. And then as you exhale, use the scoop of the belly. Just go ahead and draw your knee towards your nose towards your knee. And then you can bend your leg as you come down. Take the outer edge of your foot, take half happy baby. And just find a nice connection from your hand to your foot. Press up through the sole of your foot. Make sure with your other hand, your left hand, you're keeping your thigh rooted. If it's popping up, you can always bend your knee. And then from here, go ahead, release, cross your ankle over, and bring hands around for thread the needle, either around your shin or around your thigh, whatever works better for you. And then you can rock a little bit side to side. And then release it. Switch sides. Keep your left knee in, making your circles one way and then the other way. And squeeze your leg in, ground through the extended foot, and then extend your leg up. Hands interlaced behind your thigh, other index finger on top, and find circles for your ankle. And then we'll start to move a bit the leg with the breath, exhaling closer to you and inhaling away. And then go ahead and just draw yourself up. Really use the support of your belly here. And then release it. Half happy baby. Pressing your foot into the outer edge of your foot, into your hand. Leg extended. Oh, so good. Cross your ankle over. Thread the needle. You can rock side to side. And then release. Bring both knees in. Give yourself a hug here. Take your legs up. Ooh, that's quite an angle for you. I'm going to switch just for a sec, also because Santa's in the way. So from here, we're going to get a little bit into the core. Yeah, you can see me. Good. Legs are extended. You can take your arms overhead if you like. Postnatal friends out there. Here, I'm going to have you keep one leg down on the ground and just switching, okay? Because here we're going to come in and work into the core, all right? So legs extended, inhale to lower, and exhale to pull up. Yeah. Ooh, and I've got a cracking hip while I'm doing this. If you have that, take a moment and readjust, because that is not good news. And then we'll try again. So legs are squeezing towards each other. There we go. There's a little bit of, there we go, sacrum on the earth. Nice, and coming up. You can go lower than I'm going, or you can go, keep it higher. And you want to keep, it's hard to do this in top. You want to keep as much support through your belly as you can. And then you can bring your arms down just to change it up. Right now, I've got my thumbs underneath my bum, and it's helping me a little bit. Yeah, so you can do that too. And to be honest, I haven't done these in a while, and then I just started again a few days ago. It feels so good. Yeah, and that's probably enough. What do you think? Give yourself a hug. Pull your hands to the inside. Let your knees open here. Just pause. Good, and then we'll come, bring the knees together. Interlace your fingers, bring them behind your head. Have your calves parallel to the ground. And again, you're supporting from your navel. My postnatal friend, you might be here with one foot down and switching. Yeah? Right? For the rest of us, here we go. So just a little bit of extension. If it's too much to have your opposite leg lifted, go ahead and put your foot on the ground. Yeah. So just getting warmed up in the core. And you can pick it up a little bit. And release. Give yourself a good squeeze. High five. Go ahead, come on up. And if someone has taken over your mat, ask them to leave. Linda, watch out. And go ahead and come on to all fours. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Lengthen through your feet. Take cat-cow, rounding and arching. Yeah. So good. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Come to your tabletop. Tuck your toes. And then let's just lift right back. Let's take downward facing dog. You can paddle out through your legs. Take a generous bend in your knees and come forward to your plank pose and back to your dog. So just coming forward and back. Getting yourself warmed up. Feel the nice connection through the fingertips. Next time you come to your plank, just pause here. You can bring your knees down and then engage through your belly. Oh, I can see that's not very helpful. There you go. And lower yourself all the way down. Lengthen through your toes. Take your hands wide. And then as you inhale, go ahead and just draw yourself up. You can pull the elbows in. You can maybe just rock just gently side to side. And then lower yourself down. Bring your hands in closer to your chest. Tuck your toes. Press yourself back to your dog. Step your right foot between your hands. Bring your back knee down. Now here's where the filming gets interesting. Good, so go ahead and just come to a low lunge. Your hands can just be right by your front foot. So my hands are framing my front foot. Back toes are long or tucked, your choice. And then as you exhale, pull your seat back, pull your toes back. Release through the nose toward the knee. And then inhale, come through. If you need something underneath your knee, just grab a blanket. And then this last time, just coming forward into what we call runner's stretch. And you can slide, if it's appropriate, your heel a bit forward, finding length through the sides of your body, folding over. Release through the top of your head. And then pull your foot back, coming back to down dog. Forward to plank, lower to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Step your left foot through, knee down. Just find yourself here. You can lengthen through your back toes or tuck. Heart forward. Exhale and coming back. Inhale forward 3 times with your breath. This way of practicing coming in and out, vinyasa krama, part of the Vini yoga tradition, is a really nice way to wake up. And so a lot of times, by the time I see you all in the studio in the morning, I've done a small practice like this so that I can have the support to be a little more still later on. Good. Now here, see if you can soften the space between your shoulder blades. If you can really ground through this heel, feel the muscles of your legs active. So you're not just hanging out here, but you're really hugging the energy in towards yourself, releasing down. And then go ahead and pull your foot back. Come forward one more time. Step back, dog. Coming forward into plank. Pause in your plank, roll to the outer edge of your left foot, take your right arm up, reach it up to the sky, reach it alongside your ear, and then bring it down, other side, Vashisthasana, taking the arm up. If this is feeling like too much for you, you can always bring one foot in front or even here, yeah. Reaching your arms wide, maybe look up, arm comes alongside your ear, big side stretch. Come back down, lower to the earth, cobra, and downward facing dog. Good. From your dog, go ahead and just bring your knees to the earth. Come to sit back onto your heels. Good. So there's so much more we could do in terms of waking up. This is, I hope, a really nice way just to kind of start yourself. I fully encourage you to continue on your own with a full and complete practice. But we are coming up to half an hour, and that was my intention, was to offer us a half-hour practice. But before we close, I want to do something really fun, yeah? And this is really what I do many days. And maybe it's a practice that you would enjoy too. So these are animal spirit cards. I was introduced to them by dear friend Jen Howland, who was also the one who introduced me or took me through my first session of Desire Map. And they're beautiful cards, and each of them is a different animal spirit. So I'm just gonna kind of mix them up a little bit. Yeah. And maybe I'll just put that down just so you can really see. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix them up, and then we're gonna pull some cards. Yeah. Hey, if you have a question that you want to ask in particular, you can type it in the chat, yeah? Or just ask it for yourself, and I can kind of ask it on behalf of all of us. Yeah. So take a moment and tune in, ask your question. Yeah? And it can be, often the question that I ask is, what is the energy that I need to bring to this moment in my life? Or I'll ask if I'm working through a particular difficulty or challenge, what is in my way, like what is the obstacle right now, and also what is the opportunity. So maybe we'll go with that one. So think of a challenge, think of something right now. Could be just being still and being at home that is difficult for you, that you're facing right now. And we'll start with, what is the opportunity? And then we'll ask, what is the obstacle? Okay, so we might go a little bit over half hour, but that's okay. So I'm going to, I am struggling a bit with the filming of this one. The space is not, come down, the space is not so conducive to filming. Okay. All right. So first, the opportunity. Oh, my finger is really sticking on two cards, but I'm going to go with this one. The firefly. So firefly is our opportunity. And what is the obstacle? Hummingbird. Oh, interesting. So we have two, I guess those are going to be air. So the way that these are organized is into the elements. I mean, you got to love that, right? And there's a wonderful guidebook here that tells us about each of the cards. So I'm going to read it to you, okay? So the firefly. So this is our opportunity. Inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. Oh, the firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration and awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. I mean, I don't know about you, but that seems pretty right on for this moment. There is firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? It says, when in balance, it writes, it creates, it brainstorms. When out of balance, it burns out or feels dull. To bring into balance, write a poem and draw. I mean, okay, we're not writing poems, but we're reading poems. Isn't that beautiful? So I don't know about you, but I have had a ton of creative energy in these, last days. Oh, good morning. The obstacle. So, what is the obstacle to this inspiration and this opportunity to create? Hummingbird. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. So, here's the obstacle. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that they have learned where to gather nectar, and they return to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. The sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. So I might think that then that the obstacle is if we are not savoring, if we are just rushing around and not paying attention, that the obstacle to this creative spark and this opportunity to create a world that really truly supports and sustains all of us. The obstacle is being here, it says, when out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. So maybe that gives you a little bit of insight, of inspiration for your day. I want to thank all of you for joining and for being here. And I will be offering this again in 2 days on Thursday, same time, 7:30. And it's going to be different. Each day is a little bit different, but maybe a similar structure. And tomorrow morning, we'll have our regular Wednesday morning class at 9:15. And so join me for that. And if you are enjoying these videos, it would be great if you would let other people know and just share. We are offering them in the spirit of taking care of my tree, of being kind to ourselves. And so I hope that that many people, even beyond our sweet tribe, will be able to enjoy them. So I'd ask you to just, if you haven't yet, find your seat. And let's close simply with the sound of Om. Okay, we can chant 3 times. And the beautiful thing is that your voice is going to resonate and reach out and be received out in the world. So maybe Santo will join. Santo, Yini. Good boy. Yeah. Okay. This guy's been with me for, he's 13. So many, many, many morning practices. He is full of good jujus. All right. Take a full breath in and a big breath out. Breathe into your base. Okay. May each of you enjoy this day. May you enjoy a chance to be quiet, to be still, to be kind to yourself and to the people you are sharing space with. Lots of love, truly, and thank you so much for joining. It's really sweet to know that we're together, even now. Aw. All right, have a great day. See you tomorrow.